Working on multiple projects today. One of them happens to be the '69 Camaro. It had a drag racing style radiator in it, and by that I mean very small, very short duty cycle, or I should say, small duty cycle, limited duty cycle,
Duty or duty?
Duty. So we had to rearrange all the mounts, so we need a larger capacity radiator with more reserve capacity. So if you're in traffic or whatever.
If you're in traffic with this race car?
Well, that's what we're trying to do. Trying to convert it from a race car to a street car.
Okay.
So in doing so, we need a larger cooling system. Not right now, it doesn't. Oh no, it does. It's over there. A larger cooling system, better redundancy, 2 fans, and that requires us to basically kind of reconfigure the mounting situation because they had these funky mounts on there, and we already have some video on that. But the new mounts are in place; they're tacked. So if you see over here, you can see the two steel mounts. They're not painted yet. Yeah, right there.
Can you get the camera down there? I mean, I can see it from here, but.
Right.
Okay, you put one on each side, or?
One on each side.
And what are those for?
A better shot underneath. Those are the radiator mounts. So, let's see here. You can kind of see that. That's what we got. So, I'm working on that, and specifically, I'm working on the struts to basically hold the radiator in place.
You just made those?
Yeah. So, there's one going to go on this side like so. It's going to go like that. One on each side. So actually, there'll be a rod.
And what is the purpose of these?
So this rod will keep it from going front to back, and then there's going to be a vertical rod shared by the same shear, the same mount. It's going to go straight down to the frame, so it'll hold it down into the sockets or the receivers that we made. So there's one on each side.
For stability, or?
Yeah. So this basically mounts it. It doesn't have a traditional frame, so you have to make everything.
Oh, I see.
So normally you would just put it in there, you put top plate on, you're done. But this is a race car, so it's a little more difficult, a little more involved. So we got to get creative with the mounting geometry. So basically these are just tube nuts on each side, and with stainless steel rod with them hime joints at them. So we'll make some spacers and mount it all up. So that's that project there. We got another project in this morning. This one is a '69 Camaro Rally Sport.
Go check it out.
It's a 302 with the 4-speed, or actually 5-speed. It's pretty badass. The guy just got it back from the shop, but as usual, it's they didn't do a good job. So we are going to clean it up. There's some wiring issues. The motor's not tuned. Really badass car. It just needs some exhaust and things of that nature. Pretty sick, huh?
Mm-hmm. Really nice.
Alright, so we're back on the Camaro today. We finished up with the lower mounting of the radiator. So it consists of 2 plates that are 1/8 inch thick with some dimple dies and some geometric strengthening features. Then we have a stainless plate that we machined up, dimple dyed again, bent the corners up, machined some Delrin, basically it's a slit fit, or I'm gonna say a slit fit, but like an interference fit for the radiator, so it holds it in place. We got the tie rods done. So these are going to mount to this position here. It's going to mount it's going to control the radiator horizontally, so it doesn't move backwards or forward. And then we're going to tie those into these frame rails here, and that'll be the that'll hold it down and from moving around on the base. So it'll be one there, one here, and a repeat on the other side. So this consists of, this is stainless, 1/2 inch, 58 thousandths wall, and then it has a 5/16 tube nuts welded on both sides, machined down. So that's done. We'll need to make 2 more. Let's see. And then on the radiator side, the tabs are in place. So the rods are going to mount to these. And then we lift it up real quick. So it's welded on the inside, here, there. Then the brace. This alone is not enough to account for vibration and, you know, bumps and stuff. Yeah, because if the radiator holds about 2 gallons, water is about 7 pounds a gallon, so that's 14 pounds of water plus the radiator is probably 15 pounds. That bumping them down, this will end up cracking. So to address that, I just cut these up this morning, designed these up, so these will sit around here like this, and it'll be welded here to here, and then all this will be welded. That'll tie everything together over a larger surface area, so it's very strong and it won't go anywhere. Just got to clean them up and then get them in position. And then you are going to weld up the braces, right? On the frame? On the frame. Okay. So I think that's it for this morning. And then once we get that all squared away, then we can actually finally mount it. And then we'll actually put 2 nut certs. We'll put a nut cert here, nut cert there, put the 5/16 bolts in, and then we have to see if we can find some paint that matches.
That shouldn't be a problem. It's like a normal red.
Yeah, it's like a normal red. So we'll see if we can mount those up, or sorry, weld and then paint them up. And then beyond that, it's basically just wiring. So we'll need some. I would like to run probably 8 gauge wire from the battery to the radiator, and then we'll use these existing wires to arm the relay. We'll probably use 2 30 amp relays. So everything on this car is going to be designed with a reserve capacity in mind. So the radiator is going to work much better than the last one did. The relays are going to be, we're going to double them up, so it's a reliable street car. And we'll move on to the next item. All right, we'll take these stupid freaking brackets off. Let's go look at what came off of it.
Okay.
Here, we ended up using the inlet, or the outlet, I should say, but it was pretty gnarly inside. And it's an epoxy style, so it's a piece of crap. The epoxy leaks over time, and this thing's pretty beat up.
This cap was on top of it.
Yeah, that's
for the mounts on top of the radiator.
Yeah, to mount the radiator, and then I think we went over this already, but this was the fan. You can see it was hitting the radiator. These are what they used to strap it down with. And then the catch can, which we'll need another one. But yeah, so that's kind of...
The catch can was cracked too, right?
Yeah, it leaked around the edges. It had some epoxy on there. So yeah, we are addressing things as they arise. All right, brackets are welded. That should be reinforced pretty well. So that's the whole radiator. So we got everything painted, welded. The base plate is it's kind of mocked up in place. So now we just need to drop the radiator in, and we have the struts semi-mounted. So I'll do that now. This bad boy is not coming out again. Alright, we got the radiator mocked up. The feet for the radiator are welded, painted. Everything's in place. Everything's like fits pretty well. Looks good. Paint matches pretty well. Thanks to what? O'Reilly. The only thing left to do, as far as the radiator is concerned, is to put the vertical strut bars. So we need to make a strut bar from here to the front here. And so this strut bar is designed to keep the radiator from moving forward and aft. This strut bar will be designed to keep the radiator seated into the fixture. So once that's in place, then we need to bend this here, flop it down. So this part is going underneath. We can't do it the way it is now because the distance between here and here is different, and the side panels won't mount. So we'll have to bend this down. Either bend it down or cut it, so that I don't know if I want to have this in front of the radiator. It's probably not a good idea.
Well, you can bend it down and cut it so it's got a radius and it doesn't have a
hard. Exactly. So we'll do that, and then the wiring still needs to be done. Right. So we'll run 6 gauge, or either 6 or 8 from the battery to the relays. And then we'll use the existing switch to arm the relays. And if we go fuel injection, then we can just run the fuel injection off the fans. So, but yeah, I think that was pretty much done for now, for today. It's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't seem like it's going to be a lot of work, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that bad. As far as what you get in return.
Yeah, I mean the finished product looks really awesome. If this radiator ever gets a hole in it,
It's what?
if this radiator ever gets a hole in it,
Oh yeah.
that's gonna suck.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the angle.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Corvette. So it gives us a little more space to work on the bottom. Hello? Hey.